Welcome, Comets, to This Week on Campus, your weekly webcast of news, events, and sports here at Western Iowa Tech. I'm Chad Phelps.
And I'm Chase Foix.
On February 26th in Burr Oak Suites, Western Iowa Tech hosted Sex Talk in the Dark with the Sexpert. Students had the chance to ask an expert from Planned Parenthood questions about sex while remaining anonymous and enjoying some pizza. The health educator, Kristen, had more to say.
Why do you hold this lecture?
To educate, because a lot of people who come to school here maybe didn't get any type of sex education when they were in high school, and so now that they're in college they have to just kind of figure it out themselves, and so this is just a good reminder to let people know that they don't have to figure it out themselves and that they can go to places to get some education and educate themselves, and just to remind them that sexually transmitted infections in this area are on the rise, and it's very important for people to realize that and be aware of that.
Kristen also wanted to mention that Planned Parenthood is just down the road from Western Iowa Tech and is open for free testing Monday through Wednesday.
Western Iowa Tech is hosting Casino Night March 4th at 6:30 p.m. at the Prairie Place dorms. It will include blackjack, roulette, and razzle, as well as snacks, drinks, and great prizes for the winner. Contact Michelle Fetchner at witcc.edu for questions.
If you are planning to graduate in May, come down and meet with Michelle or Jason at Enrollment Services during Degree Audit Week from the 4th to the 8th of March. Here we met with Jason for more information about Degree Audit Week.
Hi, my name is Jason Paulsman. I'm the registrar here at Western Iowa Tech Community College, and we're going to have Degree Audit Week March 4th through the 8th, 9 to 4 p.m. No appointments needed. Just walk into an admissions area, and myself and Michelle Wallace will help you look at your degree, see what you've completed, and help you if you do need to get a class added to complete your degree by May. What is Degree Audit Week? It's if you're planning to graduate in May, we're here to help you to make sure you get it on your track to graduate. Also, this is for all students also to see where they're at. Make sure they're on track. If they're maybe a class or two behind and they need to get back on track, this just gives them a good key to see where they're at for their degree.
Well, season has come to a close, and Western Iowa Tech celebrated by honoring the team sophomores. We'll have more on that coming up in sports.
And I'll take a look and see if there will be more great weather as we kick off March. Stay with us.
A Western Iowa Tech graduate, I'm from Sioux Center, and I moved to Iowa when I was in high school. As a student with disability, I needed a school I can put my trust in to help me grow and expand my career opportunities. Western Iowa Tech Community College had what I needed. I joined the Mass Communications Department to get a degree in video and media production. If you want the tool for success, come to Western Iowa Tech Community College.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
This season at Western Iowa Tech, we will be focusing on mental health on March 21st from 3 to 5 at the Prairie Place dorms. There will be a group discussion over important topics dealing with ways to aid your mental health. Psychiatric assessments and evaluations will also be held at the meeting. If you happen to miss the first meeting, that's okay. Another meeting is scheduled on April 17th from 3 to 5 at the Burr Oak Suites. Contact Michelle Fetchner at witcc.edu for any questions you may have.
The sign-up for March Madness starts in just a couple of weeks. Brackets open on March 17th and the NCAA tournament begins on March 19th. You can sign up at the front desk in Prairie Place or Burr Oak Suites and watch your teams and win prizes.
Still want more basketball? Western Iowa Tech is sponsoring a trip to see the Minnesota Timberwolves face off against the Golden State Warriors at the Target Center in Minneapolis. The all-inclusive price will cover transportation to and from Minneapolis, the hotel room and ticket to the game. The bus will leave at 7 a.m. on Sunday, March 24th, and return about 7 p.m. on March 26th. See Tito Parker for details to reserve your spot, and are limited to 35, so don't delay.
Spring fitness classes are in full swing here at Western Iowa Tech. You can join the spin classes on Mondays, the 30-30 workouts on Tuesdays, or the instructor's choice on Thursdays. All fitness classes are held in the Dunker Center at 12:30 p.m. and are free with a valid Western Iowa Tech ID.
On Thursday, March 14th, Western Iowa Tech is hosting a special services fair. It is a way for junior and senior high school students with special needs to come along with their families and come and talk to local agencies and begin planning for life outside of high school. It will be held in the Rockland Center from 4 till 7 p.m. That's all for upcoming events. We'll be taking a look at weather next. Stay with us.
And welcome back. Well, we had kind of a roller coaster week with the temperatures.
Yes,
what are we looking forward to?
Well, the rest of the week is going to be amazing. Well, on Saturday, we're going to start with a high of 61, a low of 51, 69 with a low of 51. Sunday with a high of 68 and a low of 36 with a 20% chance of rain or snow. Depends on the day. Then on Monday, we're going to have a high of 53 with a low of 25 with a 20% chance of snow. And then on Tuesday with a high of 51 and a low of 31. Wednesday, we're going to be in the mid-50s with a high of 53 and a low of 34 with a 30% chance. And yes, I said that, 30% chance of rain or snow. Thursday, we're going to follow that up with a high of 54 and a low of 31. So this weather is going to be looking pretty good.
So it's starting to even out.
It's starting to even out.
Not 70 one day and 20 the next.
Nope,
so.
we're getting into the spring weather, which is my favorite time.
Great, awesome. Thanks, Jace. When we come back, we'll be talking about all the action happening this week in sports. Stay with us.
College first round draft pick, on and off the field, we were taught to not show any signs of weakness. During the football season, I would stop eating, but I didn't know I was depressed. I thought that something was wrong with me. For 20 plus years was physical. We didn't have any education behind what mental health was. I started to learn it starts here first. If this is together, I'll be better as a father, as a man, and as a husband. Put the importance on your mental health. I'm not scared to talk about it anymore. The first tool is therapy. The second one is positive self-talk. And then journaling, putting your thoughts on paper. We have to redefine what being a strong man is and heal, love your mind.
Welcome back. So, Chad, with the Comets basketball season ending, what else do we have in sports?
Yeah, it was kind of a bittersweet week this week with being the last home game of the season. But last Saturday, February 24th, was the last home game, and we celebrated honoring the team's sophomores. I had a chance to talk with Mike Brown about the inaugural season of the men's basketball team, and here's what he had to say.
The very best, and these fine gentlemen in their pursuits in athletics athletics and academics. Please give it up one more time for our Comets!
First year at Western Iowa Tech for sports. First, it's an honor. We're learning a lot of things. We know that academics is just as important as what they do on the court and field. And right now we're celebrating Sophomore Day, right, where we celebrate the student athletes who are on our campus and will be their last time on our campus or their last season on our campus, and we celebrate them going on to a four-year college, right, or to a Division I school or to an AIA school to complete their studies as well as what they do on the court or field. It's an awesome day, and we want more people to come out and say that because the athletes need to see that there's people there to support them. It's an awesome day today. Yeah, so right now we're in the middle. This is our last home basketball game, and then we get into off-season. There's some tournament games that are sanctioned by NJCAA, and then we'll also do some recruiting and also kind of lick some of the wounds, right? Go back to the drawing board and come back stronger, and that's about it. We just get better and better each year.
Well, the Comets won their home game finale 94-82 over Northeast by demonstrating growth in former areas of weakness. They beat the Hawks on the glass at the foul line and during crunch time as Witt's four sophomores played key parts in the victory. Sophomores Jalen Spears had 10 rebounds and Latrell Davis with 11, and each had 23 double-doubles to lead the Comets, who won the battle on the boards for the second straight game. Spears went 10 for 18 from the floor as one of the four Comets to shoot at least 50% from the field. Beirut finished with 13 points and a team high 5 assists. Keyshawn Pendleton had 15 points and was 7 of 11. For the second time in their inaugural season, the Western Iowa Tech Comets can boast an Iowa Community College Athlete Conference Player of the Week. Sophomore Jalen Spears earned his Player of the Week honors for his performance. The Comets came up a little short on their last game of the season against Iowa Central, 77-80. Ahmed Ingram scored 22 points and was 10 for 15 in attempts. Latrell Davis put up 17 of the Comets' points and was 5 for 5 in free throws. So,
well, for our last game, not too bad.
I think for being the very first season of Comet Sports, I think we did.
I think next season we got something crazy. You know, it sucks. You know, even though I'm graduating this year, we still got to come back and watch them and cheer them on.
Of course,
absolutely.
I was really hoping to get from Mike who is returning for the next season, but we'll kind of see. We'll have some new talent and we'll have some sophomores playing next year.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Chad. When we come back, we'll have Campus Stops. Stay with us.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here.
Wait. What?
I can't drive.
Why? My. Oh.
As spring rolls around, the temperatures rise, so stop by the campus clinic to keep you healthy for those outdoor activities. They offer a wide variety of services to keep you active. The campus clinic is located in room A212 across from the IT help desk. They are open from 8:30 a.m. till 1:30 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Walk-ins are welcome. Just show your college ID.
Food items, healthy snacks, personal hygiene items, and toiletries are available for students at the Comet Cupboard on the Sioux City campus. It is available 24/7. Just show your school ID at the front desk during business hours and after hours. And weekends, you can call Campus Safety at 712-274-6414. The branch campuses in Cherokee and Denison are open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. The food pantry is free and confidential.
If you are struggling to get around before or after school, Western Iowa Tech and Sioux City Transit have got you covered. It only costs $1.55 to obtain an individual bus pass. Just stop by the bookstore to purchase a pass and you'll be able to ride the bus right from campus.
If you're looking for a quiet spot to study, work on assignments, or need some tutoring, the library is the perfect place. The library is open Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 9 p.m., Fridays 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on Sundays from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. The library is closed on Saturdays.
If you are looking to raise your heart rate or practice your jump shot, the Robert E. Dunker Center has everything you need. The Dunker Center is open Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., Fridays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturdays 8 a.m. till noon, and Sundays noon to 5. The Dunker Center is closed during athletic practices, so check with the front desk for information on practice times.
Make sure to start your morning off right with a stop at the coffee spot before class. You can grab a hot cup of coffee and a muffin or a refreshing soft drink, a sandwich or an energy drink, and a candy bar. They have everything you need to make your day a little bit better. The coffee spot is located just inside the main entrance and is open Monday through Thursday, 7:30 to 1:30 p.m. and on Fridays, 7:30 to 11:30 a.m.
The campus bookstore has all the newest Western Iowa Tech gear and apparel you could want, from sweatshirts and hats to backpacks and notebooks. The bookstore is located just inside entrance 1 across from the IT department. They're open 7:30 a.m. till 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Feel free to check out any of those places on campus. When we come back, we'll have closing remarks. Stay with us.
Even though we didn't grow up together, he's my favorite brother.
Hey, sis.
I'm the baby of the family, and he's the gentle giant.
What you know about Port Georgia?
Man, please, that's a classic.
You know when they say people are a rare breed? Yeah, he's that.
I'm sorry, I'll be back in a few hours.
Don't worry, Shug, you know I'm for you.
I know.
Go get the football.
That was my favorite memory. He was always for ya. This is a true story of me, Bridget Floyd, and this guy, George Perry Floyd Jr., my big brother.
Events and information for Western Iowa Tech can be found on their social media pages. You can find them on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X, and be sure to follow them for more updates.
If you have something you would like publicized on This Week on Campus, email us at thisweek@witcc.edu. This is a webcast from the Mass Communications program here at Western Iowa Tech Community College in Sioux City, Iowa.
New episodes of This Week on Campus are posted every Friday afternoon. For the latest content from our programs, please visit our website at witcc.tv, where you can find a direct link to our YouTube page. Be sure to subscribe
and have a wonderful day.